Hello and welcome back again. Okay, so let's go and do some more loyalty missions. Do you know what, I'll just get rid of. I'll just do this mission on here quickly just to get rid of it. It's gonna annoy me otherwise. Shouldn't really matter who I take, but oh no! Ah, bugger. Okay, 1 second. Restart the mission. Something I forgot to do there. Yeah, once again. Yeah, overload. Let's do. I'm gonna do area for Garrus. I'm not gonna put him any more concussion shot. Don't really like it anyway. Okay, and I want Thane weapon. Give you the collector weapon. Okay, you'll see why I'm gonna do that in a minute, or why I'm doing that in a minute. Sorry. Boom, I win. Yeah, some resources around here if you want to grab some, but not many. None that, you know, not large enough ones that I'm thinking, oh, I've got steak for it. There you go, 20 out of 20 crates recovered. Experience and 7,500 credits. Okay. So let's go to do a loyalty mission again. Who should we do this time? Let's have a look. Okay, let's go and yeah, we'll do Jack. Why not? Let's do Jack's loyalty mission. We've got enough. Yeah, I would recommend you need Paragon or Renegade to be quite high to help settle the dispute between Jack and Miranda after both of their loyalty missions have been complete. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm also going to take Miranda with me on this quest purely because of the fact that, you know, she has a lot more dialogue because she's with Cerberus. Jacob doesn't have as much even though he is with Cerberus, but you know, Miranda she's a lot better with it. Also level you up. Pull field. Okay, that's fine. Gas plasma shotgun. Yeah, okay, that works for me. I'm going to swap that back to my missile launcher.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
This was a secret Cerberus facility.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. Okay, let's get on the ground. Let's just get in there and plant the bomb in myself. I want to watch this place burn.
I never saw this room. I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive. Usually.
It's kind of messed up.
The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew...
He won't find out. The elusive man requested...
Sounds like this facility went rogue.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man. I remember escaping to this room, fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here, pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell.
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
How often did they do this?
I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight. Filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell.
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
They actually rewarded you for attacking?
I still get warm feelings during a fight.
What the hell was wrong with those people?
I don't know. Doesn't matter now.
Let's keep moving.
Hell yes.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject Zero is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides Zero are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin the...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation. This place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh kill. Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility.
A lot of children died here. Even then, they were part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive. So strange to be back here. I feel like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch. But then I'm a little girl again. Shit. It's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb.
They see you, Shep.
Enemy down!
I'll kill you all!
That didn't work out as planned. Pretty sure. Yeah, there we go.
Here?
Yeah, it seems so.
This is a two-way mirror. My cell is on the other side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me.
I must have come through here when I broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
Entry 1054, Telton facility. The latest iteration of Pergnum went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
Yeah, find
You move
strength in
on,
it.
harder and
Yeah.
tougher. Now what's this?
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Telton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... Who what? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
There was a lot going on.
I was dumb. I keep my eyes open now, and I always shoot first. We're getting close to my cell, the place I came from. Let's keep going.
Hey, Aresh. It's Chirek. Yeah, the intruders are here. You want them dead? We have to talk creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste. Fine, we'll put them down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First, we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see. Kill them
no.
on my order. I want them dead. Concentrate fire. All squads, form up now.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You'd do the same thing to new kids? Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How did you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down. But then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Killing him changes
Jack,
nothing.
he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy, and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go! He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different. I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good. See the scarring on the wall here?
It's a shame
It's where I
Rex
killed my
isn't still
first
with us.
man.
He'd have
One
loved
of the
this
guards
mission.
tried to stop me.
I think him
Instead,
and Jack would
stopped
actually get
him.
on really well.
Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
Facility on Praga confirmed destroyed. Concerns that previous cleanup crew failed to destroy all records. Surviving facility scientists are already dead, either from uprising or after facility shutdown. Jack should have no further emotional issues distracting her from the mission.
Jack and Miranda are in the middle of a disagreement. Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Touch me and
Take
I will
pictures,
swing
yeah.
along with you, bitch!
Enough! Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
This ends now. This is a distraction. I'll do this ends now.
My opinion is the one that matters. You two keep a deck apart at all times.
She can't be trusted, Shepard. She'll jeopardize the whole mission.
If we survive this, you two can tear each other apart. Until then, save your hate for the collectors.
She'll survive. I'll make sure of it. Then, I'll tear you apart myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
I did that just purely because, look, I'm max Renegade Paragon. Why not get some extra Renegade points? Okay, right, so I don't have anything I can do on those two yet.
Commander,
Talk to Miranda.
what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact.
Yeah, what about?
I've wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments crossed the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth, and we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead, the Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios. How many soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
Yeah, it's a compliment. I'm sorry you feel that way. You're jealous. Yeah, it's a compliment.
I can't admire your body or your mind. You give your father too much credit. Yeah, he gave you gifts. But you can be proud of what you've done with them.
Oh. Thank you. Perhaps I wouldn't mind if you admired my body.
No. Yeah, I do, but no, we can't do this.
I didn't mean it that way. We need to stay professional. Keep our focus.
Yes, you're right. This is too important for anything to cause friction. Thank you for coming by, Commander.
I'm pretty sure that's the last we can actually talk to her properly now. There's no like extra dialogue or talking to her unless we're talking about like after the collector base. I'll try next time though. We'll see if we get anywhere with her.
Shepard.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus. He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an
Nihilus?
unarmed
Yeah,
civilian.
he's right at the beginning of the Mass Effect 1.
Following the code, I attacked.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
How did the fight turn out?
Doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would do, though.
He was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices big and small. putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues, and released the captives on the Citadel.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure.
And that's how a criminal organization came to be.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You don't find out later they formed like a criminal syndicate and ended up killing so many more people.
Myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
We go and talk to Jack, also see if Zaid's got anything to say. We've done a few loyalty missions, haven't we?
This mission takes me back. I knew this girl once.
No.
Sorry, good head on the shoulders. We had this whole
I think what it
going.
is Zaid
So
like does comments on like recruitment missions, and Kasumi comments on the loyalty missions. If we go and speak to Kasumi, I bet she'd talk about Jack.
Place off the map.
Oh yeah, Jack's got an
You took me
alternative
there to
outfit
do it,
now,
and I owe
but
you.
I think I prefer her original outfit. I
You
like
don't
her
know what it's like, Shepard. To have
tattoos.
garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways
Actually getting a new one tomorrow myself.
you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Yeah, it should
Hard
be
to
fun.
walk away from it.
Sat there for 2 hours.
You'd think it would
well.
get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy. But you let a Resh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You
Well,
sure
thank you.
about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together.
Thanks. Right. Actually, let's just go and pop in, see Kasumi, because like I said, I think she comments on the loyalty missions. They haven't got anything to say, have they? Nope. Okay. Yeah, let's just see if she's got anything to say. Should have done it when I was already on the deck, to be honest. But come on, let's have a check.
There you are. My heart goes out to Miranda and her
Yeah.
sister.
See.
That's a rough situation. I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it.
Yeah, I know what you
It
mean.
must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told me she really appreciated your help. As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. Let's go and do another one. We need to also check our research.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Nice work. We knew Eclipse was hiding valuable cargo and data, but we couldn't land without fears of their mercs destroying the crates. We added the credits into your account. Glad to have you with us, Shepard. Oriana Lawson. Hope this is the right Commander Shepard. I'm Oriana. My sister only told me a little, but I don't think it occurred to her that I'm as smart as she is. I poked around a little and found an information broker who got me this address. I got to thank her, but never got to thank you for helping me. My parents don't really understand it, but I know how much Miranda did, how much little things over the years were her looking out for me. I'm not going to tell them I still want to go to school and get some degrees, but I want you to know that I know you saved me. I had a guardian angel all these years. I don't know if my sister has anybody. She said she's working for you, and it was pretty clear that you were going to you were doing something dangerous. Make sure she comes back alive, okay? Oriana. P.S. Don't tell her I sent you this. It would just make her angry. Yes, Miranda, quick looking at Shepard's messages. Oh, don't act like you don't. It's what I do. Yeah, it's funny. Okay. Actually, we'll do this one first. The Quarian crash site, because why not? I'll take Tally and Jack.
I am detecting a single Quarian life sign in your location. Judging by the suit's erratic readings, the Quarian is badly injured.
Managed to escape the gas notice thanks to some clever working and silencing Synad's engines, but the strain on the old ship was too much. The best we can hope for is to find a friendly spot somewhere in the shell system. Our reports show that isn't extremely likely. We were nervous scouting this close to the Perseus Veil, and we were right to be. At this point, I'm afraid we might never see the fleet again, but with everything that Synthad had been through, it seems like an ignoble end. Landing was rough, but we managed to salvage from the wreckage the things we need to survive. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Commander Gorlat didn't make it, leaving me the senior officer in charge. We scouted the landscape and found the planet to be extremely hostile. We don't dare remove our environmental suits here. We're all hoping to be rescued because before there's any danger of exposure. I don't know who or what is taking them, but we've now lost more than half the crew who survived the crash. We hope to build a camp here to survive until the Indela found our beacon, but something is hunting us. I have to keep the crew together the best I can. We'll send out the search party when the day comes. We'll find my crew, and we'll do whatever it takes to return to the Idella.
Multiple native life signs near your landing site.
Okay, dead Quarian.
The Quarian life signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation for shuttle extraction.
Surprise attack! Combat drone away!
Got you.
Fly, bitch! Got you! Yes! To the left. Got you. We have to get out of here.
Why am I suddenly holding a shotgun? How can I hold a shotgun? Oh, damn it, that's not the right class!
Coordinates received. Edina inbound for pickup. You've done us a great service. Expect to hear from the captain.
Found an extracted Korean survivor, notified identity of Sindia scout ship location, sorry. I find it interesting the Quarians are always like so against the Geth. I think they're like they're like raised to hate them though. It's kind of the thing. I mean, if you think about it, there's no Quarian alive that was there when the Geth, you know, took their homeworld from them. There were none of them. Yeah, they're all so angry against them. It's a bit, you know, I'm just not like, let's help Jacob out. Yeah, so they're like raised to hate them. I mean, I know the Geth obviously they hold their homeworld, they killed a lot of their people, but you know they lost the history, the fact that you know so many of their people tried to stop the war and they killed them themselves. They killed like millions of their own people.
I have detected an anomaly.
Okay.
Distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW4610.
Something on our sensors.
Just do a quick scan of the planet. Don't worry, I won't try and get everything. I'll just a quick peel of the orange or apple or whatever. That's how I think of it anyway. It's going round.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Okay, whatever. So obviously we'll take Jacob, and I'm going to take Morden. Alright, Verno ammo. And that's all I can do for now. Let's see, no Geth. Yep, okay. Yeah, I believe Morden has some unique dialogue on this mission, because obviously his scientific background.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Partial officer's
Along
log.
with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Yeah, it's really kind of sick what they did here. You know, to obviously all the female members of the crew.
She even threatened to report
degree of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely didn't, did he?
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Right, I don't want anything else on that
The
one, was
location
there?
of the remaining...
No.
It is not known if neural
Come on,
decay is...
let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Shouldn't eat local flora. Probably had no choice. Inevitable after that long.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Okay, crazy lady.
You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue...
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
You're up!
Let's go! Thought I was harmless, did you?
Have a nice trip!
Worse than neural decay. Suspect mental instability.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this. Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Clearly docile. Same uniform remnants as those who attacked, however.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Previous females said hunters were exiled, behavioral, or gender-driven.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my
See,
father
Morden's
has
very
to do with
scientific
this.
with it all.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew
Yeah,
to eat
definitely not.
toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop. Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing. The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Yeah, kind of sick, all of it.
Your captain man forbidden. Weapons are forbidden.
Not familiar with the
Please, here. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs
Yeah,
on.
it doesn't explain 10
The
years.
beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen
No, me
any other
neither.
officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it. It's really him. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
Old dead left posed, positioned. Possibly a warning. Recent corpses left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back. Eyes ahead!
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep no choice.
He had plenty of choices. Too late to blame his victims.
Happens sometimes though. Victim gets blamed.
System sabotage. Requesting assistance.
This looks interesting.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Get ready to fight.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing. Not my father.
I will stop you!
Wish I were standing down there.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance base. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
Yeah, I'm sure it has.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
Yeah, a decade.
I'm not
Come
unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
Yeah, we can undo the damage. You'll answer for this. Tempting, but taken too far. Yeah, we'll undo the damage.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger.
Part of me wants to leave him here.
I don't know who you are. Because you're not any father I remember.
The same fate he put on. Yeah, leave him here. He'll be in there. He can't escape the law. I'd shoot him. Yeah, I'm going to arrest him.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Survivors from AI are now being treated by Alliance personnel with additional service support. Pleased to see the Taylor unharmed psychologically by experience. Jacob Taylor has dealt with his father and is now solely focused on the mission.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Thanks for diverting to the Gurns back, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
I'm not talking to him about anything at the minute, because usually straight away after they have that, they don't want to talk to you until you do another mission, so... please accept my sincere appreciation for your efforts in locating the wreckage of the Synod. The ship has a storied history with both the migrant fleet and Cerberus, and we are pleased to know that her wreckage can be salvaged by my people. In finding and stabilising Lieutenant Forzan, you have returned to the flotilla one of her newest and most honoured heroes. Your efforts in furthering the Quarian search for a new homeworld will be remembered. Contacting you per Elusive Man's instructions, he believed you would want to know he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all guards dead along with most of the test subjects. Any surviving children retreated for injuries, given mild anaesthetic, or whatever the fuck that word is, treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your report, the facility on Pragia has now been destroyed. Okay, so we've got Thane, Grunt, Garrus, Morden, and...
Commander, you received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, no, we've done it. Yeah. And Tally left, yeah. Okay, right. So let's go and speak to Jack. Like I said, Tally will be doing last, well, next to last with Legion.
Hey.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
I'm curious.
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff, like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring? You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
I could be genuine. You have no way of knowing.
I have eyes, and I have history. You'll back off. As soon as you realize you're not the first, and I'm immune to your help.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
I have to go, but we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? Are you eyeing me up? Because if this is just about sex, maybe you should just fucking say so.
No, I want to be friends. No, I want to get to know you. No thanks. Yes, I want you. No thanks, no.
I'm not looking for that.
I don't get you. You don't want anything, but you keep coming around. Okay, maybe we'll talk later. Maybe not.
I say, you got to be careful when talking to Jack from now on, because you can get to the point where she just basically tells you to fuck off. Like, literally, when you try and like talk to her, and she just goes "fuck off" really loudly. Weirdly, it doesn't affect anything in the next game though. So I don't know.
I was just thinking about you.
Oh, thanks.
Jacob deserves better than a father like that.
I
I
know.
probably would have wanted to shoot him too. You really dodged a bullet down there. It took guts to stand up to Zaid, but I'm glad you did. Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hull.
Yeah, sounds likely for them, doesn't it? Yeah.
Shepard,
I thought we could chat a bit.
I would like that. You have been a good friend to me.
That means a lot to me.
If we
I
both
want
still
more.
live
No,
when this
it's
is
good
done,
friends.
you
We're
may
good
call
friends.
upon me for aid at any time. I will come for you, Shepard.
That's what she said. Okay, so basically Samara, that basically means that, you know, nothing left to say for Samara. Every single time we go to, it'll be the same option. So there's no point in going and speaking to her anymore. Let's see about Miranda. Like I said, I don't think she'll want to talk to us
Commander,
anymore.
what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Yeah,
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah, as soon as you say no, I just want to be friends, you know, they're just sort of like, oh, okay, fine. We're not going to talk anymore. Seems a bit weird to me, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so next will be, yeah, we'll do Thane and Garrus next. Okay, I'll get warp. So let's do heavy warp. I'll leave you some for shredder ammo and you for armor piercing. Yeah, pretty good on both those.
I've found references to a forger named Fade in CSEC crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy.
I know CSEC too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Speak to Bailey. Looking for Fade
I'm trying to
first.
find a local forger. He goes by the name of Fade.
Yeah, I know him. The alias, anyway. He's been a thorn in the network division's side for the last year. He works with the Blue Suns.
Where can we find him?
If I knew that, he'd be in a cell. Best I can do is put you on the trail. There's a warehouse in the marketplace. Some of Fade's contacts work out of there. Go ask them some questions. Gently, of course.
Why haven't you been able to catch him?
Whoever he is, he's damn good at avoiding CSEC. I think someone on the inside's feeding him information. Either that, or he's got access to our databases and comm channels. I don't know which is worse. But you're outside CSEC. Maybe you can nail his ass.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know. Yes?
That's how we asked him all this stuff.
How'd you end up working on the Citadel?
I started with the Alliance way back when, but the traveling was killing me. It's a shitty life if you're trying to raise a family, seeing your kids every 6 months. I joined CSEC so I could stay in
how I
one
was
place,
raised.
put down roots.
You like life here on the Citadel?
Life here is good. hell of a lot different than life back on Earth. I miss the food mostly. You just can't get sockeye salmon here on the station.
You ever get back there?
Earth, every couple of years, less and less all the time. But when I finish my stint with CSEC, there's a nice little place in the foothills I'm gonna retire to. Not that I'm retiring anytime soon.
My associate is trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. The Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Commander.
Laugh it up, Garrus.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm
We'll do
terminal.
Thane's first, then
You
we'll do
should pick up a
Garrus's.
copy of the Shepherd VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked at Kara for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
Yeah, he didn't interfere. He doesn't need to know. Yeah,
He's
he
a
didn't
cop.
interfere.
He tried to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Welcome to Citadel Newsnet. I'm Emily Wong. The corpse of Denaria Claris, the sanitation worker reported missing from Kithoy Ward, has been found. CSEC has issued a statement that foul play is suspected in Claris's death. The investigation.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Still saying that. Okay. Some more fish. There was a gun store up here, wasn't there?
Memorial Plaza on Elysium was voted this year's hottest wedding location.
I've got my own plaza.
Hackett's orders,
Yay!
money raised from wedding fees goes to funds for Alliance veterans.
Ah, good. It's been put to good use. Could use some funding for my
I'm Commander
mission as
Shepard,
well.
and this
Oh.
is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Ah, that was about to say that the explorer ships have seen basically Rachni ships about, but so the council's investigating.
More commonly known as the Consort, has declined to name the next
Yeah,
race
we
likely
haven't
to
heard
gain
that before.
council membership. However, she suggested an announcement
Okay.
could come soon.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What do you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything, yet they are never seen.
Yeah, it's kind of smart if
You
you
gave
think about
another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for, they can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You always done right by us, but
losing patience.
I'm gonna die for you.
Yeah, we'll protect you. Yeah.
Look, you know Thane.
He's
He
not a
wouldn't
bad
ask if it
guy,
wasn't
really.
important. Do it for him.
I want to. He was always nice to us. But these people
Not
ain't
murder
nice,
or anything,
Krios.
at least.
Nobody's gonna know you
Or selling people into slavery,
Mouse,
you know.
I swear that you won't be named.
All right, all right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kellum.
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh shit, you heard? Look, you were dead. It was totally
I
legal to
want
make
one.
a VI of you.
Yeah.
Give me a copy, we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure, yeah, absolutely. Sorry about the whole... Just so you know, there's 3 Volas who are patching it all the time.
Yeah.
Tell me
okay.
about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10
Not sure if you
years
can
ago.
like select that on the ship
was little
somewhere.
bit when
I'll
you
have a
were
look
here,
in the cabin later.
He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward. Shin Akiba. He's seriously bad news.
You did good, Mouse.
Yeah. Hope I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kellum will never know.
I hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, just don't bring the family.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees. Bare feet black. A dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then. But I left him, as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the...
Emotions at Shepard's rumored survival are mixed. While some are overjoyed to see him return, others believe his false death was a betrayal.
Yeah. What a false death. I actually died.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the C-Sec charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here. Bet Elias has has his VI set to page him if C-Sec gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
You be good cop. Plan. You be bad cop. You be good cop. I'll be bad cop.
Appeal to his self-interest. I'll put the screws to him if he needs it.
Very well. I'll pretend to be on his side. But if we waste too much time negotiating, Bailey won't be able to stall Kellum's advocate.
If you got high enough renegade,
Bailey.
you can get the
Ain't
answer
funny
like
bringing me down
straight
here
away.
like this. The hell are you two?
Yeah, see that? I'm a spec to start talking. That if you had that, you know, you'd know. Right, so I'm supposed to be bad cop, aren't I?
You
We're
ordered a
asking
hit on
questions.
someone. You're gonna tell me who?
The only person I'm talking to is my advocate.
Here's how it works. I ask a question, you answer the question. You speak when you're spoken to.
Who the fuck you think you are, you little
Mr.
shit?
Kellum, I don't believe you were paying attention.
Nice. You just handed me your job. Hit me again and I'll take your money too. I'm gonna straighten you out as soon as Bailey gets here.
Just tell us what we need to know. My associate isn't very patient.
What are you, frog boy? His little sidekick? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit.
Works for me.
No! Do you know what I'll do to you when I get out of here?
Keep it up, tough guy. You'll leave in a bag.
Go to hell.
Ease up. He's no use to us dead.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see. Like the guy who's gonna sue your ass for assault.
You should really talk
You
to
think
us,
I'm
yeah.
the bad cop and he's the good cop? We're both
Yeah,
the good
that's exactly
cop.
what we're doing.
The bad cop is outside, Elias, waiting to hear your decision.
That a fact?
We can't let him in here. If he... We have to make Elias talk.
That's Elias's choice, isn't it?
Fuck it. Joram to lead. Turian running for office on the Zakira ward. He messes with legitimate businessmen. I'm gonna stop it.
Where and when?
His apartment, the 800 blocks. You better hurry it.
What's going on here? Get away from my client.
You played me.
Sure did. Wine. Let's get... Yeah, wine.
Thanks for the info, Elias. I'm sure you'll feel better tomorrow.
Better than you will, asshole. When I get my comlink back, I'm gonna...
Elias, as your legal advocate, I advise you to shut the hell up.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Held up in traffic.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram to lead. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
Before the Battle of the Citadel, the alien population thought we were violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then. A human fleet guarding the station for months. C-Sec filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships. They see it as a coup.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow to lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Yeah,
where will you be?
Krogan aren't hard to spot, are they?
The darkest corner with the best view. Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Yeah, tell me you won't want to play as a Drell in the next game. Come on.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful
Head
talking
back
with you
to
all.
your
I hope you'll
station.
come out on election day.
Oh yeah, I'll see all these advertisements for him.
Have you got him?
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Goliath?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
No problem so far. Stay close, Shepard.
Oh, all this neon lights. Oh, do my eyes in, I'm telling you.
Do you have the target?
Spinning, spinning, spinning. Yep, keeping my eyes on him. 100% of the time.
Target in sight.
Take a stand against crime.
Can you give me an update? I'm almost in position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. That lets him deny involvement. No sign of trouble.
No, doesn't look like it, so far at least.
I see him.
Okay, now they're running to the other side.
I'm following.
There they are.
No problem so far. What's he doing? I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shakedown.
I'm relocating to the next drone target in sight.
Now, it can sometimes glitch when you go through this next door, so I really hope it doesn't, but sometimes you have to like reload and go right back to the beginning where you're like following them. It's really annoying.
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries.
I once had it
Looks
like
the same
5
group his
times in a
bodyguard
row.
comes from.
Oh,
He looks nervous. Could be
painful, I'm telling you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
You're running for office. Lots of people watch you. Yes, sir.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
What am
There's
I
a bomb.
doing here? What are you doing here?
What?
Do you have any idea how dangerous it is here?
Dangerous?
Get out of here, now, before it blows!
Blows? What?
Run!
All right.
I've never done that before. That was
I can't
hilarious.
believe that actually worked.
Oh god, I love it. Oh, I'm gonna do that every time from now on. Oh my god, I absolutely love that. Same Trevor's like, I can't believe that worked. Oh, it's funny.
Kolyat!
Oh, C6! Ow!
Thane!
I saw.
He's heading to Khalid's apartment.
Goliath.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
What the hell?
Delete. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father doesn't have much time left, Paul, yet. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother... They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them, eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were... older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Okay, Thane is dealt with his son. He should be clear of any further distractions from the mission. Thane's personal matter revealed the troubling issues with Citadel politics. May have to support Elias Kellum and similar criminals to counteract anti-human bias. Bailey at CSEC offers a possible recruitment opportunity. Yeah, he doesn't take it. Not for Cerberus.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
Who cares about them? Those guys
I
are
watched those
criminals.
guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
The kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay, I also got a level up, didn't I? Yeah, so I got 1 point. I got 1 level to go till I hit max, so there's no way I'm going to get to the max to be able to put 4 in Overlord. Load, fuck's sake. Yeah, no, it's really annoying. There's like the 2 powers you like really want to be able to use the most.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What have they turned this place into?
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
Give me a chance. I might be able to help.
I don't see why you would. Since your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding my breath.
You can actually get some fake IDs for them in the mission, in Garrus's
Can I
mission.
help you, sir?
But
I
you can
talked
just
to
do
a
this
couple of
instead.
Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration. Revealing why someone is on a watch list might compromise the safety of C-Sec's
Yeah,
undercover agents.
they're not Geth.
Did you talk with them? Did they seem like Geth agents to you?
Well, no, but you can never be sure.
Look, miss, I've fought hundreds of Geth. I can assure you that those two aren't Geth infiltrators. The lack of flashlight heads was kind of a giveaway.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it makes any sense. Those are the rules I have to enforce. I can't get them cleared, but I can flag the case file for review. That will allow them to travel in the meantime. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm fine. Thanks for your help.
Next.
Yeah, they can leave the station.
So?
Good news. I convinced them to let you go.
You what? How did you do that?
I explained how their methods are flawed. I fought a lot of Geth in my time.
Few have. How unexpected. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
After a Geth attack nearly destroyed it, the colony of Zeus Hope has announced plans for an expansion.
Yeah, expanding now.
The recent attack on Horizon has other Council species looking to their own security. The Turian fleet is reportedly bolstering its crew complement, while the Solarian Special Tasks Group is reportedly investigating the colony attacks.
Anto Bektal is a member of the criminal organization headed up by Arya Talok, often considered the pirate queen of Omega. While Arya's gang is mostly airtight, Anto has an eye towards outside work. Whether this is an exploitable hole, we're not sure. That seems like a typo there. This is Arya Talok after all.
I'm Commander Shepard.
I'm going to see if we can speak to Arya about this.
My favorite customer. What can I do?
I'm just looking around.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I'm Commander Shepard.
He's my baby. He's all I have left of Jacob.
I know.
I just want to protect him.
I know.
I'm not being irrational, Michael.
I know.
Yeah, just keep saying that. Let's go out back in and see if they continue the conversation.
I trust you, Michael. What medical upgrades do you want to get for him?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask random people on the street what they think.
I'm getting the immunity booster. And a drink.
That's because obviously we popped up out of nowhere, didn't we?
This looks like the place.
Look, it took me a long time to get this refund. It's a Cision Omnigel converter. He said there'd be one waiting for me.
Do you have a service order?
No, I got the refund, made the exchange, and
right
then
back.
he said go to the warehouse.
Apologies, just need to send it to the loo quickly. Okay.
Fade? You're not quite how I imagined you.
Looks can be deceiving. So, which one of you wants to disappear?
I'd rather see you make someone reappear.
That's not the service we provide.
Make an exception. Just this once.
Yeah, come on.
Damn it. Quick! Shoot them! Shoot them, you lumbering mountains!
Why don't you two find somewhere else to skulk?
Just like that? You're not getting paid for this.
Not like Krogan who don't want to fight.
Protection if
Mind
they
you,
won't
they're not
protect you.
suicidal, are they? They know they're outmatched.
We're looking for
Let's
someone.
talk.
A client of yours.
Not mine. I'm not Thane. I just work for him. Sort of.
Sort
I
of.
knew it.
Well, then maybe you'd like to tell us where to find him.
Yes, of course. He's in the factory district. Works out of the old prefab foundry.
I know the place.
Oh, he's got a lot of mercs there. Blue Suns. Harkin thinks they're protecting him.
What do the Blue Suns have to do with this?
They use his services to help their people infiltrate businesses and various organizations here on the Citadel.
Bastard. He's using CSEC to help those scum.
No. Well, not really. He got fired from CSEC a while ago, but he still knows the systems.
Interesting. But it changes nothing. We still need to find him before we can get to Sedonis.
Well, let's go pay Harkin a visit.
We'll need to go to the transit station. I can get us to him from there.
So I can go?
Sure, but if we don't find Harkin, we'll be back for you.
Oh, good.
I gotta admit, I've said the most difficult part.
Sent me here. Come on. Why do I need a service order?
The Ward's Market? Why would you come to a Zakara Ward warehouse?
He said they're out of stock and I should go here. He didn't say anything about a service order.
Without a service order, I really can't help you.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, I suppose it'd be difficult to allow you to pick your race for the next game. Purely just because of the fact of, if you think about it, you know, if you're trying to have like a central character, trying to create one, but have your own race would be very difficult, I think. Well, I suppose actually, no, if you look at Dragon Age, it's possible. Okay, give me stuff. I'll take Zaid with me on this one. He founded the Blue Suns, didn't he? Okay, let's give him Inferno Grenade. Once again, we'll give him some more armor piercing when we get it. Okay.
There he is.
Shepard?
Hello
Don't
again,
just stand there.
Harkin.
Stop them! Stop them!
Run all you want, Harkin. We'll
Your hair
find
still looks
you.
like shit.
Enemy!
Hey!
Oh! And stay down.
That only got.
Taking heavy fire. This should slow him down.
have engaged. Backup systems engaged.
Harkin's in here somewhere. I can smell him.
Yeah, gross.
Look out!
Impact event. Impact imminent. That's failure.
Oh, we're still fighting someone. Oh shit. Apparently so. Oh, they took them out themselves. Nice work, guys. Honestly, wouldn't have bothered me that much if they stopped me anyway at those ones. There are like 900 credits on each of them. I'm running quite low on money at the moment, and we're going to have to go to Tuchonka next. There's a lot to buy there, if I remember right.
Good job. Heavy mech overhead. Watch out.
No. There we go. Yeah, it's stuck up there. Oh, is it? Actually, is it stuck? That's the point. Can it come down?
I'll light him up.
I don't think it can, no. That's funny.
What the hell is Harkin up to?
Yeah, see, fake IDs. We've already got those two Asari out of the Citadel, so they don't need them no more. Hang on, which one was it, that one?
So, Harkin's finally gone completely bad.
He was always a pain in the ass, but I'm in no mood for his games. If he doesn't cooperate, I'll beat him within an inch of his life.
We seem to be getting tense, Garrus.
Harkin may know why Sidonis wanted to disappear. If so, he knows why we're here, and I don't want him tipping Sidonis off. Did you see that?
I saw something.
He's getting ready for us.
What are you gonna do to Harkin if he won't cooperate?
He's a real criminal now, working for the Blue Suns. I should just shoot him on sight. But I need him alive, so I won't do any permanent damage. Just enough to loosen his tongue.
You don't need him hurt to get what you want.
Don't worry, Harkin's a coward. He'll talk long before I can really hurt him.
What are you gonna do to Harkin?
But I need him alive.
You still planning to kill Sidonis when we find him?
That's the plan. It'll be quick and painless. Unlike everyone he betrayed, he'll be spared the agony of a slow death. It's more than he deserves, but as long as he's dead, I'll be satisfied.
Garrus, do you really think killing Sidonis will make things right?
I know you don't like it, Shepard, but I have to do this.
Is there no other way?
Maybe, but this is personal. I'll pull the trigger and I'll live with the consequences. All I'm asking is that you help me find him.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Right behind you.
This might be useful.
Shepard, I have patched into the warehouse scanners. The crates in the transport carriers overhead are rigged to explode when dropped.
Good to know.
Harkin's going to regret this.
Yeah, most probably. Well, hopefully it'll let me do my trick. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
2 heavy mechs, but
Heavy mechs.
you take them out
Incoming.
before they get close, and
It's about to go off.
boom, boom. Ha ha ha.
Enemies ahead.
Yeah, go pal. We win.
Scratch one.
If only more enemies were that simple. Actually, I'd hate it. The game would be boring, wouldn't it? If you actually can take out all enemies like that. It's like when you like cheat on a game and make yourself invincible. You're like, okay, but not really a challenge, is it? I mean, you can still enjoy the story, I guess, but you know, a challenge helps as well.
You were close, but not close enough.
So, Fade. Couldn't make yourself disappear, huh?
Come on, Garrus. We can work this out. What do you need?
I'm looking for someone.
Well, I guess we both have something the other one wants.
We're not here to ask favors, Harkin.
You don't say.
You helped a friend of mine disappear. I need to find him.
I might need a little more information than that.
His name was Sidonis. Turian came from the...
I know who he is, and I'm not telling you squat.
Harkin, this doesn't have to be hard.
Screw you. I don't give out client information. It's bad for business.
Yeah,
You know what else is bad for business? A broken neck.
All right. Get off me!
Well,
Terminus really
good guys,
changed
remember?
you, huh, Garrus?
No, but Sidonis opened my eyes. Now arrange a meeting.
I'm going. Yeah, it's me. There's a chance your identity may be compromised. That's why I'm calling. I'm sending an agent. Where do you want to meet? All right, he'll be there. Don't worry, I got it covered. It's all good. He wants to meet you in front of Orbital Lounge, middle of the day. So, if our business is done, I'll be going.
I don't think so. You're a criminal now, Harkin.
So, what? You're just gonna kill me? That's not your style, Garrus.
Kill you? No. But I don't mind slowing you down a little.
You don't need to shoot him. He won't be able to hide from C-Sec now.
I guess it's your lucky day.
Yeah, I hope we can do this again real soon.
I didn't shoot him.
Come on, let's move.
Sidonis better be there, or I'm coming back to finish the job. Harkin's a bloody menace. We shouldn't have just let him go. He deserved to be punished.
I'm getting a little worried about you, Garrus. You were pretty hard on Harkin.
You don't think he deserved it?
It's just not like you.
What do you want from me, Shepard? What would you do if someone betrayed you?
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't let it change me.
I would have said the same thing before it happened to me.
It's not too late. You don't have to go through with this.
Who's going to bring Sidonis to justice if I don't? Nobody else knows what he's done. Nobody else cares. I don't see any other options.
Let me talk to him.
Talk all you want, but it won't change my mind. I don't care what his reasons were. He screwed us. He deserves to die.
I understand what you're going through, but do you really want to kill him?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm not you.
This isn't you either.
Really? I've always hated injustice. The thought that Sidonis could get away with this? Why should he go on living while 10 good men lie in unmarked graves? I'm sorry, Shepard. Words aren't going to solve this problem. I need to set up. I can get a clear shot from over there.
What do you need me to do?
Keep him talking and don't get in my way. I'll let you know when he's in my sights. Give me a signal so I know you're ready, and I'll take the shot. You better go. He'll be here soon. Shepard, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. There he is. Wave him over and keep him talking.
Let's get this over with.
You're in my shot. Move to the side.
Listen, Sidonis, I'm here to help you.
Don't ever say that name aloud.
I'm a friend of Garrus. He wants you dead, but I'm hoping that's not necessary.
Garrus, is this some kind of joke?
Damn it, Shepard. If he moves, I'm taking the shot.
You're not kidding, are you? Screw this. I'm not sticking around here to find out. Tell Garrus I had my own problems.
Don't move.
Get off me!
I'm the only thing standing between you and a hole in the head.
Fuck. Look, I didn't want to do it. I didn't have a choice.
Everyone has a choice.
They got to me. Said they'd kill me if I didn't help. What was I supposed to do?
Let me take the shot, Shepard. He's a damn coward.
That's it? You were just trying to save yourself?
I know what I did. I know they died because of me. I have to live with that. I wake up every night, sick and sweating. Each of their faces staring at me, accusing me. I'm already a dead man. I don't sleep. Food has no taste. Some days, I just want it to be over.
Just give me the chance.
You've got to let it go, Garrus. He's already paying for his crime.
He hasn't paid enough. He still has his life.
Look at him, Garrus. He's not alive. There's nothing left to kill.
My men, they deserved better.
Tell Garrus.
Yeah, they did.
I guess there's nothing I can say to make it right.
Just go. Tell him to go.
He's giving you a second chance, Sidonis. Don't waste it.
I'll try, Garrus. I'll make it up to you somehow. Thank you. for talking to him.
I know you want to talk about this, but I don't. Not yet.
I know it didn't go the way you planned, but I think it's for the best.
I'm not so sure.
Give it time.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be enough. I want to know I did the right thing, not just for me. For my men. They deserve to be avenged. But when Sidonis was in my sights, I just couldn't do it.
The lines between good and evil blur when we're looking at people we know.
Yeah, there was still good in him. I could see it. So much easier to see the world in black and white. Gray? I don't know what to do with gray.
You've got to go with your instincts.
My instincts are what got me into this mess.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Thanks, Shepard. For everything. Let's get going. I need some distance from this place.
I'm with you.
Garrus' traitor has been found and dealt with, leaving Garrus clear-headed for the mission. Operatives in C-Sec will ensure no criminal charges are filed against him or Shepard. May be able to co-op Harkin's criminal network, sending agents to investigate. Okay. Still on there. If we listen to the news...
The Memorial Scholarship has begun sending gifted human biotics to the Ascension Project for care and training. Alenko, a graduate of the controversial Biotic Acclimation and Temperance Training Project, sacrificed his life to help stop Saren on Vermeer. Planets in the Nubian expanse have been experiencing drastic and sudden climate changes. While initial reports suggest this could be caused by a Batarian orbital mirror system, no such technology is currently located in this area. The planet Canalis in the Dorada system recently underwent rapid climate change. Then, just as rapidly, the change is reversed. A research team is investigating the strange events. Later today, we interview Counselor Anderson. The tireless former soldier has put down his guns to build bridges with numerous trade treaties. Tune in and find out what the man behind Commander Shepard's rise to fame thinks is the greatest threat to intergalactic stability. The crashed exploration vessel Estevanico has finally been discovered deep in the Terminus systems. As expected, there were no survivors. Crews have been dispatched to salvage relics from the crash site for exhibition in the Alliance Museum of Galactic Exploration on Earth. The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20-colony victory cruise.
But there is a news thing later on saying Sidonis basically went to the cops and explained what he did, trying to get himself arrested. But they, unfortunately, because it's out in the terminal system, they've got nothing to charge him for. I should be able to talk to some of my crew members again now.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Garrus is loyal, yeah, okay. Upgrade. Hi Shepard, just want to let you know that the drill kid's doing okay. Everything's taken care of legally and he's doing some work for me. Helping me deal with some trash in the walls, maybe makes the life better for some of the kids like Mouse. Not perfect, but then what is? Don't know if your Drell and mine are talking. I told him life was too short not to, but I don't know if it took. Good luck out there. Leslie, I was on IE, food made me sick, the doctors are helping now. One doctor knows Jacob, he says he can tell you this, he could write this for me, but I wanted to do it, I need to use my words are coming back, I can't talk well, reading is hard, but I am getting better, I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this, he wanted my words gone, I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak, he did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take away my words, he can't make me not me anymore, because you and Jacob stopped him. Thanks.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Yeah, I died.
They'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? being the good guys.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
Start off, let's talk to Jack. I'm going to save just before we do talk to Jack though, just in case I mess it up and she just starts telling me to fuck off. We don't want that happening, trust me.
Hey.
Well, I don't anyway.
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
I miss your friendly nature when you're not around.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, we've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
I do. You don't sound convinced.
Then
No,
don't
no.
worry. I'm not interested.
Good. I didn't want you coming around here anymore anyway.
Agreed. No. Is
there
there
a
an
problem,
issue?
Jack?
Can't figure if you're playing me or not. I don't like it.
Then stop.
You'd like that. Make this about you and what you want. I have to think. Go away. I don't want you coming around here for a while. Hey.
Okay.
I should go.
Right, well.
Okay. Talk later.
Seems fine for now. Like I said, even if she does get to that point, you know, it doesn't really affect anything in the next game. And I've just told her, you know, that I'm not looking for that, you know, so I can hope that's stuck.
Hey,
So the
Shepard.
agreed no romance part, I'm
glad
hoping
to
that
hear
wasn't
Thane
just
and
sort of
his
like
son
a
are back in
definite
touch.
thing
It'll be
there,
hard,
and I've basically just
but I
tried
think
to
they'll be
get
fine.
back on the romance track.
The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Arashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. the only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
I can't believe the Collectors were once Protheans.
I always pictured Protheans being regal, not giant bugs.
Who knows what the Reapers did to them? Creepy.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Sedona's. Whatever happens with the Collectors or the Reapers or whoever else.
Yeah, whoever else.
I know you'll
Come
get
on.
the job done.
You actually think we'll find something worse than Collectors or Reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course. It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. Your people don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Sarah into Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Honestly, Garrus, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time. But an unmapped area, advanced technology, and the Collectors. We're going to lose people. No way around that. Not a happy analysis, I know. Don't worry. I won't spread it around. And I'm with you regardless.
Do you ever regret leaving CSEC or the Turian military?
Not for a minute. When it comes down to it, Shepard, I don't think I'm a very good Turian. When a good Turian hears a bad order, he follows it. He might complain, but he knows his place. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite. Not when the galaxy is at stake.
How do Turian crews get ready for
I agree.
high-risk missions?
With violence, usually. Turian ships have more operational discipline than your alliance, but fewer personal restrictions. Our commanders run us tight, and they know we need to blow off steam. Turian ships have training rooms for exercise, combat sims, even full-contact sparring. Whatever lets people work off stress.
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
I assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. More than one way to work off stress, I guess.
Hey, there's a lot of Cerberus women around, crew members on there, Garrus. Why don't you go and try
Thanks
and
for the
seduce
talk,
one of
Garrus.
them?
I'll see you later.
You know, you want to blow off some steam? I'm sure they're all a bit nervous as well. Oh, have a speak to Miranda. Go speak to Tally. Come on. Get that rolling a bit sooner. Okay, let's go to Tuchanka. Once again, I'd rather have my fortification. And yeah, now see, all I can get now is 1 in Cryoblast. If I didn't have to put any in Throw, I could have done max in Overload and in Heavy Warp, but you have to have 2 in Throw to unlock Warp. It's really annoying. So collector, get 1, yeah. Okay, they're fine. Okay. Those are some high winds. Yeah, this is the couple we helped out.
Isn't it beautiful? Far away from all that high-tech...
Stop right there, alien. You're Shepard of the Normandy.
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. The Blood Pack only recruits Krogan.
The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your running pet on a short leash. Get him the right soon or put him down.
Do you know what's wrong with him? What he needs?
There's nothing wrong with him. Just go speak to the clan leader.
Someday we'll get off this rock and show those Turians who's boss. Damn right. Tear their scales off and let the Pyjaks feast on them while they're still alive. Ha!
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then. Or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
Were you around when the female camp sent the children over last week?
No. I was off dealing with a Baron attack. What? Any promising warriors?
Yes, of course. Strong. One day they'll tear our enemies apart. You don't want anything I sell, human. Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at what I've got.
Everyone I talk to hates that aliens are an Erdnot. Except you.
I don't have the luxury of turning away paying customers. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rincall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Rincall hits aliens like ground glass.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those Pyjaks don't steal. Which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the Pyjaks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the guns. Make a dent in the Pyjak population, and you get a discount. Good luck with that.
What the hell is a Pyjak?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, Rincall, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
I should go.
Suit yourself. One of the children, probably 5 years from the right. Yeah, my eyes, I think.
Huh. Think you actually had a fertile female on one of your trips to their camp?
I must have.
A son. Good for you. We'll get a ring call to celebrate.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Viol. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank.
Watch it, human!
Let's see what the human can do.
Yeah, let's kill some Pyjak. One more wave left. Two for one. Okay, now we can go back and come on, get discount at his store, and we can also get some pyjack meat so we can feed it to that Varren near him.
My son, we played tackle the Baron. I lost half my stock in a bet on the pits. And it was the good half, seeing those vermin roasting in the heat from an explosive shell. I swear it was glorious.
It was a lot of fun.
Help yourself to more. There's no shortage of pie jocks out